Today is going to be our first installment of Theory Thursdays. We're going to be talking about a lot of theories in this video. Now, the first theory is going to be a sort of out of place theory, mainly because this one is extremely popular. Now, if you guys don't know, in the last video I uploaded, I did say I would segment these types of videos into 3 categories. 1 would be very possible theories, 2 would be decent theories, and 3 would be long shot theories. The first theory I'm going to talk about is a possibility of Onoki being under a Genjutsu. Now, this, in my opinion, as I said, out of place. This would be a long shot theory. In my opinion, I feel like there's probably no way that Onoki is under a Genjutsu, mainly because Onoki is calling these shots. If Onoki was under a Genjutsu, he'd probably be the one following someone's orders. For example, if we did remember the time when we did meet up with Ryogi was obviously following someone's order. In the anime, there was always a parallel between him being a pawn for somebody else. We do know that Onoki is pretty much like an elder and Ryogi was a child, but it's still like, if Onoki was under a Genjutsu, I'm pretty sure the Genjutsu caster wouldn't probably be taking orders from Onoki, and that's exactly what Lord Ku is doing. Now, I do have to say that it is possible that Onoki is probably, and it might not be from Lord Ku, but mainly because, as I said, if it was from Lord Ku probably wouldn't be taking orders from Onoki. He'd probably be giving orders to Onoki. But that's just my opinions about that theory. Now, to start off the very interesting theories, the first one is going to be about Konohamaru, and of course, this one's going to be a very popular one, mainly because Konohamaru is definitely a very popular character around all of the Naruto community, and a lot of people do expect him or want him to be the 8th Hokage. And in this arc, I'll definitely make a whole video about this, but in this arc is going to be a very significant part in determining if he is suitable to be a Hokage. Now, I want you guys to excuse me, I done goofed in this video. I forgot to take the exact screenshot of this comment so you guys can basically see the comment, but the comment was if we would see Konohamaru come in and basically have Sage Mode. Now, in my opinion, I feel like Konohamaru, to make it an actual difference, he would probably need Sage Mode. I'm pretty sure you guys know in the previous episodes that Konohamaru was in, where he did have a significant fighting scenes. He didn't necessarily overwhelm anybody. We did see a sort of wind style Rasengan, which was very unique. A lot of people did like that, and of course it looked very powerful, but again, in that fight, he still didn't look Kage level. And not only that, also in the manga, he had a fight with a character called Ao. Ao was basically the right hand to the previous Mizukage. And now in the Boruto manga, he was basically retired for like 16 years, and he still ended up watching Konohamaru. So in terms of a strength standpoint, Konohamaru didn't wow us at all. Now, in terms of Konohamaru possibly getting Sage Mode, here's why I think it's a good possibility, and it's the fact that Konohamaru was never really given the time to transform into Sage Mode. The 2 times that we did see Konohamaru fight, there was no preparation into these fights. I feel like Konohamaru was always in a situation where he just had to fight right then and there, and as you guys know, to turn into Sage Mode, well, in Naruto's case, it took him at minimum 5 minutes when he first learned how to turn Sage Mode. And of course, it would probably be the same situation for Konohamaru, because we can assume, since it is a time of peace, Konohamaru didn't probably have enough chance to practice his Sage Mode and gathering a lot of Sage Chakra in a short amount of time, mainly because, as I said, he hasn't been in any life or death situation. Now, in this situation where Konohamaru is actually going towards the fight, I feel like Konohamaru, if he knows that he's going to engage into battle, he can take like 5 minutes to gather up all the Sage Chakra and then go into the battle. So if Konohamaru were to have Sage Mode, I feel like this right here would probably be the most likely times for Konohamaru to actually bust out some Sage Mode and prove to us that he is worthy of becoming the 8th Hokage. Now we're going to be going on to the decent theories, the quote-unquote decent theories. Now, starting off with the decent theories, a theory by this commenter named Kairi Do. Now, the general idea of his comment is basically asking if Boruto and Kawaki could possibly be another reincarnation of Indra and Ashura. Now, I feel like the overall consensus about this comment, or the overall consensus answer about this comment, would probably be like, no, there's no possible way that Boruto and Kawaki could possibly be reincarnations, mainly because the current reincarnations are already alive, which is Naruto and Sasuke. Now, this right here is decent, mainly because of this. Throughout the beginning of Boruto, the writers of Boruto have always been hinting towards the fact that Mitsuki and Boruto would eventually become the next reincarnations of Indra and Ashura. Now, a lot of you guys might be confused about that, but if you guys think about it, Mitsuki used to always say that Boruto is his quote-unquote son. This is exactly why Mitsuki always wanted to befriend Boruto. This is why Mitsuki betrayed Orochimaru, or I shouldn't say betrayed. This is why Mitsuki left Orochimaru to go to the Hidden Leaf Village, because he thought that Boruto would eventually become his son. And of course, Mitsuki, as of right now, still thinks that Boruto is his son. Now, just off of that sentiment right there, the Boruto writers have been hinting at these quote-unquote new reincarnations for a long time. Now, this right here would be an interesting dynamic, mainly because, but since Naruto and Sasuke are already friends, the next reincarnations should be friends as well. This is why I thought that Mitsuki and Boruto would probably be the other reincarnations, even though starting the whole Boruto anime, I thought that it probably wouldn't be possible, mainly because Naruto and Sasuke were still alive. Now, going forward into this Kawaki and Boruto thing, I feel like this can be true, mainly because the Boruto writers have been hinting towards reincarnations this whole time. Of course, we do understand that Kawaki is probably going to be the polar opposite to Boruto. They're going to eventually become friends, but they're going to eventually become foes. Now, this right here is setting up to be a very interesting dynamic and makes you think and makes you wonder if they can possibly be reincarnations of Indra and Ashura. But common sense would probably be the con to this argument. As I said, Sasuke and Naruto are still alive. So good theory, decent theory, I should say. It's not bad. It's not a for sure thing, but I look forward to what you guys have to say in the comment section about this. Now, this right here is another decent theory. Now, in this theory, you basically have this guy named King Setri. He says that Kashin Koji might actually be a good guy. Now, this right here, a lot of people that are super into the Boruto manga have been speculating for a very long time that Kashin Koji might actually be a good guy. He might be the Boruto's version of Itachi. I'm pretty sure you guys know Itachi. He's pretty much playing both sides of the Akatsuki and the Hidden Leaf Village, and this right here with Kashin Koji might definitely be true. You see during multiple times in the chapters, Delta, which is another member of the Kado organization, which is extremely loyal to Jigen, a lot of people do speculate that they're probably together in terms of a relationship. Delta does not trust Kashin Koji at all. Delta feels like Kashin Koji is pretty much extremely fickle in terms of him being completely honest and him being completely true to the actual mission at hand. And of course, that tells me that if Kashin Koji is actually playing both sides, he's not doing a good job of it. Now, of course, the Jiraiya and Kashin Koji theories have been running rampant throughout the Boruto community for a very long time. And if this does turn out to be true, for example, if Kashin Koji does end up being like Jiraiya's son or one of Jiraiya's pupils, he would probably understand that, hey, being in the Kado organization and attacking the Hidden Leaf Village is probably not what Jiraiya wanted. So this guy, Kashin Koji, could possibly be playing both sides because of his affiliation with Jiraiya. Well, another thing that would pretty much support this theory is the reason because Kashin Koji, when he did confront Boruto and everybody else, he didn't kill Boruto. He actually sat back and waited, and it seemed like he was just finding an excuse not to complete the mission at that point. And of course, there was a solid reason upon why Kashin Koji didn't complete the actual mission at hand, and it's mainly because he's seen that Boruto had the Karma Seal, so he decided to step back and get a little bit more information. But him completely backing off the entire situation and letting Boruto and everybody else completely abduct Kawaki, which is supposedly the vessel for his master Jigen, it seemed a little bit weird, it seemed a little bit creepy, but this could possibly go into the situation where Kashin Koji is definitely playing both sides. The next decent theory I have is Onoki possibly trying to figure out how Mitsuki is living so long, so Onoki himself could possibly try to live longer. Now, in my opinion, I feel like this is a decent theory, and it would be a good theory if it wasn't for the fact that they actually kidnapped the current Tsuchikage and they're actually planning on revolutionary war, or a quote-unquote revolutionary war. I feel like this is probably a little bit too much just for Onoki to possibly be trying to live longer. Now, to be honest, I do want to say this. It is possible that Onoki is pretty much trying to live longer and trying to do this whole revolutionary war, but there's also a possibility that Onoki understands that he's dying, and one of his last wishes is for the Hidden Stone Village to possibly be at least one of the top 2 villages in the shinobi realm. In terms of the Stone Village, like, it's nothing special. It's not very good technology-wise. It's not good shinobi-wise. Like, the shinobis are weak. I mean, it's just not a good village. I mean, like, we went there, it's pretty much nothing there, and Onoki probably understands this, and this could possibly be one of his dying wishes. But again, as I said, it's very possible for Mitsuki to possibly be the key to Onoki probably living longer, mainly because Onoki himself, or not Onoki, but people around Onoki has pretty much been denying his ailing body, basically failing because of his old age. As you guys know, his assistant basically got a little bit defensive when Kurisuchi said he was getting a little bit older, and this could possibly be what Onoki is afraid of, so he probably wants to live a little bit longer. It's a decent theory. I won't say it's a bad theory, but it's not a good theory. I feel like it's pretty much a little bit too much going against this theory. All right, now this last theory is going to be a long shot theory. It's kind of interesting. I kind of had a little bit of laugh to it, and the commenter even thought that this would probably be a long shot theory. Now, this comment comes from Skilo Warrior. He basically asked, what if after they defeat the artificial tail beast, it needs to carry it and they give it to Boruto? Now, of course, as I said, he probably understands that this is probably like a long shot as well, but in my opinion, I feel like the most that'll probably be is a summoning jutsu for Boruto. I don't see Boruto getting anything sealed inside of him. I do understand that Naruto definitely understood the type of fear and what type of pain that basically held for him, and of course, he probably wouldn't want Boruto to go through the same amount of excruciating embarrassment and pretty much loneliness that he went through with him feeling like a weapon. But even though it is a long shot theory, it's not a bad theory, mainly because, as I said, it's possible that they make him a summoning jutsu. So I feel like it's just a long shot theory, not a bad one. But let me know what you guys think about these theories in the comment section below. And I do want to ask you guys, which theory in this video was your favorite theory? There's going to be a poll in the video up in the top right now. So if you guys can vote on that, I highly recommend you guys do. Please, I do want to see which theories that you guys think is going to be the best one. But in my opinion, I feel like Konohamaru possibly becoming Sage Mode in this arc, probably the best theory. Some of you guys might disagree, mainly because some of you guys probably lost all faith in Konohamaru. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't blame you guys for that, mainly because he hasn't been the strongest character that we have seen or we thought he was going to be. But let me know what you guys think. It's been your boy Baara B, and we out.
It's a knife.
Check my clock, I can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop. No popcorn, I pop pistols. Reaming my body, clothing no issue. Bitch, you look sick, you need a tissue. You drop a body, I just might bless you. I'm at your sexual, no high cholesterol. Where's Jenny Craig? Bitch, just get sexual.